Can you hear me now? I hope now it's better. Is it good? Chat? Oh, thank God. There must have been some problem when I go live for the first time on my own. I'm so nervous. Oh, thank you guys for being here so much. Thank you. So, how are we doing? I just changed the set with the chat. I hope it works. Oh, I have to insert the link. Give me a second. Chat will be there soon. I figured that out also. Oh. Copy. Let's see if that's working. I hope so. It doesn't. Okay then. That's another thing I have to figure out, but either way, just doing that way. How are we doing? Have you guys any topics you want to talk about? Have you any questions regarding me or anything else? Because I'm kind of nervous, I have to admit. Oh, good morning, Irish Dublin girl. Thank you for being here. And I'm sorry for interrupting the snark, but it was planned, so cheers to all of you. I mean, I can put this away now. So, oh my God, it's again so many people here. YouTube Surgeon General, I am actually pretty good. I'm nervous. I don't know if you can see this. I'm so nervous, but I'm pretty good. Thank you so much. Oh, Tusk, when did you first realize that you were German, and how difficult was it to tell your parents? It was a hard thing. I knew pretty early in my life. I think I was a few months old when I realized I think I am German, but my parents were very understanding, and they thought about giving me up for adoption, but we came over the German thing. Oh, I'm not nervous that you guys would, I don't know, don't like me. I'm just nervous because my brain is always so afraid of effing something up and it's getting weird. It's mostly just in my brain. Thank you so much. Yes, we are friends here, and that's why I didn't invite anyone to the stream, because I thought I have to get over the fear that I don't know what to say, and just anxious about everything. But that's me, even when I'm a few days at home, don't go outside, and then I have to take a bus and go into the city. I get anxious also when I have to go on a bus, like even those everyday things. I'm just a nervous person at some points in my life. This is, oh, I can swear it's my stream. This is my techno duck. It's called DJ Thundercunt. There was a German movie where there was a DJ and he was called Thundercunt, and I just love it. Oh, hi, Limey Place. Thank you for being here. It's awesome. Yeah, 4 subs away from 600. It's ridiculous how fast the last 300 subscribers were growing, so thank you so much. Never, no, Mr. Sensible. Oh my god, I just picked up this when I wanted to drink something. I should clean up my desk more often. Rob Slide, after a year of lockdowns, we all feel nervous going out. Yeah, but I think it's also due to the thing, the last 4 years I was 3 sick at home. I'm just not used to being outside with strangers around me. I'm always surrounded with people I know and I love. And I don't know, some of the anxiety beside or inside of me just comes out every now and again, because I don't know, you get used to being comfortable and when I get out of my comfort zone, I just freak out a little bit. But it just takes a few minutes, and that's why I set up the stream and didn't invite anyone, because I was like, no, I can do this. And you guys are just awesome. So if there's anyone giving me comfort in all of this, it's you. So thank you for making me feel comfortable to do this in the first place. It's really good. Oh, Irish Dublin Girl Dr. Pepper. I think I tried it once, but I didn't quite like it, I have to admit. But I'm weird when it comes to things you can eat or drink. I have just a little bit of stuff I like. We call it in German, or in Swabian we call it schleckig. It's like the word for a picky eater, which I am. My mom once thought I would starve myself because I was just eating bread with butter, or like the Swabian noodles. It's not noodles, it's a sin to call them noodles, but spätzle. And that was the only thing I would eat for, I think, almost a year. My mom really thought I would starve myself. Matt Force, what is it like for Germans on international travel? I know I can go pretty much anywhere but North Korea with my passport. Can your passport get you everywhere too? I think so, but I don't even have a passport. I have my ID, which you have to have always with you in Germany. But the last time I was in a vacation was, I think, when I was 12. Last year we went to Austria for a week. We had a whole pension. It's like a hotel basically. We had it all for us. So that was allowed, even though the thing that shall not be named. But I never were in other countries. I was once in Spain, and that's basically it. So I'm not the right person to ask this question. Oh, X large. Cheers, or as we say in German, Prost. Oh, I wanted to tell you something. I had yesterday a pretty good conversation with, let's say, someone, and they told me about our lovely Daniel Pratt. You know, the basement he's always sitting in. Do you guys know whose basement that is? Because I didn't know. Let me know if you know, because yesterday I just didn't know what to say. We say it in German that it's not going down. Yes, it is his mom's basement. And did you know that he once tried to start a candle business? That he started producing candles? It's really his mom's basement, yeah. I mean, I thought about it, but I didn't know it either. But he wanted to go away from Flat Earth because of his children, because he isn't in touch with them. And he started a candle business where he made candles. I think he did one video about it, but then came back to Flat Earth. My brain went to this situation. Think about Daniel Pratt with his weird teeth and the camera right in the face and laughing there while he makes candles. That is just a situation my brain can't connect those two. It's just not possible. Yeah, Iris Doblinger, he should indeed be in a padded room. I think, oh god, my YouTube app on my computer, that just popped up the notification that he uploaded a video. Speaking of the devil. What, 600 subs? Are you serious? Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a... Oh my god, really? Thank you so much. That's amazing. I guess I have to change the title for the stream now. Give me a second. 600. Oh my god, I changed the title. Thank you so much. That's amazing. 600 people. I still cannot get over the fact that there are any people voluntarily listen to what I have said, because most of my life I had to pressure people into listening what I say. So it's just amazing. Thank you so much. 600 people that I didn't have to force to subscribe or like anything. Thank you so much. It's wild to think about. It's a lot of people, especially for me. I never leave the house. So. Hey, Alien X Gaming, don't you dare. Thank you so much. Cheers to all of you. Oh, yeah. Uwe Klosa said 16 more and you have the original number of the beast. I mean, I would like the 420 back again, but not that I have any part in it. No, I'm joking. It's amazing to think about. It's just so many people. Oh, thank you, X-Vibe ZZ91. I hope I will come to the 1000. First of all, I could really use the money, but also it's crazy to think about. I mean, I started this YouTube channel to kind of have something to do during the day, because as you know, I've been sick for almost a year now again, and I was just bored out of my mind. I didn't know what to do because I did like to draw before the surgeries, which I'm obviously not able to do anymore. And I didn't have any hobbies. I tried stitching, but that was nothing I wanted to do the whole day, every day. And then the virus happened and I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm doing it. I just cannot take those stupid people anymore. And everyone blocked me, so I had to change the platform. And I think it's the best decision I made in a long time. It helped me so much. Even my boyfriend said, because in the beginning he was supportive of it, of course, but he has witnessed all my, hey, I'm doing this now and I'm totally happy with it, and a few weeks later I never looked at it again. And even he has seen that I've been much happier and, I don't know, more confident in myself, and that's also thanks to you guys. Tiger Bread 78. In German, we read the numbers from back to front, so it's weird. Not that you think I can't count, I can. Yes, I did real life art. I just did some. Give me a second. I think I have some here. Whoa. This is stuff I have done. For example, oh my god. I don't know, can you see this? Oh, it's pretty overexposed. I think now you can see. This is one I did a few years ago now. I mean, I'm older now. I tried to draw a friend's car. I don't know if you... there you can see. I did a few things that I thought were pretty cool. That was my favorite. I don't know if you can see. With a hippie bus. It was pretty cool, but it's sadly not possible anymore, so... Oh, what can you do? Oh, thank you so much. Glad you like it. King Crew, yes, my boyfriend knows about all of you. And he actually learns English now, so he can interact at some point maybe with you on streams and stuff. Because he's dyslexic and he can understand many things in English, but he was in school. I think it's understandable when you're dyslexic. Back then, more people thought you're stupid when you have problems with learning languages. But he's motivated to learn more English thanks to you, because, I mean, I think at some points he gets a little bit, oh, what are these people talking? You're always on the computer. But it's awesome. Let me play. Shout out to Mike. I will tell him he's at the moment trying to fix our car. Because funnily enough, he has 2 cars and both are broken as a car mechanic. But it's on both cars huge things that are broken and it's cost a lot of money, but he's doing it. Oh, Rose Light, really? My family is also, there are many dyslexic in my family, and they all have had problems learning English, because when you struggle in school with your first language, I could totally understand to say, why would I try to learn another language when this gives me big problems? So I really can understand. And I think it's pretty cool that my boyfriend says, okay, that is a good opportunity to learn more English. And he actually agreed to me, but don't tell him. Because he would know. He once, when he was a little bit full of adult beverages, agreed to maybe partake in a video soon where I can do his makeup. I don't know how I got him to the point to agreeing to this, but maybe you'll see him in a video soon. Oh, hi, Tiny Captain. Yeah, but no worries. Conspiracy Cats and I are in a German learner group. I mean, I can German, but I help there when I can, because he wants to learn German and he agrees now that it's so complicated because no one speaks German. German is a artificial language. So when you learn German and you come to Germany, you won't understand a thing because no one speaks the writing German, the technical German. It's so incredibly hard. I can tell you, I know a fraction of the rules in grammar and stuff. Because I'm German, I do the things automatically when I talk. It's even with English. I mean, all you English people, would you know when I tell you, I don't know, how do you build past present or simple present or anything? Would you know all the causes and the if clauses, the rules behind it? I don't think so. You would just use the right tense when you talk because you learned it that way. And that's also in German. I mean, German is pretty hard even for Germans. Oh, Robert White, English isn't a fucked up language. I totally disagree. I think English is so cool. I mean, I know a little bit of Latin, and you would be surprised how similar we are still to Latin. And there's so many words English stole, I just call it stole for fun, from Germans. We steal a lot of words from English people or the English language. The problem is we change them. I had this weird conversation once because I know public viewing is also used at funerals, right? Like the before thing. And we use public viewing for when we go out and watch football together and drinking beer. And I was talking to some English people and say, yeah, we're going now to go to a public viewing. We drink beer and have fun. And they were so weirded out because they thought we go to a funeral and drinking beer and have fun and music. So it was a little bit weird. That's how I learned it's not the same in English. Let me just catch up. Archangelus Lunae, I think. That's because dialects sound better. Absolutely. The problem is where I am in Germany, my dialect is in the language science. I don't know how it is called in English. It's another language. We in Swabia have for most of the things completely different words. And I didn't know it until I went to school and my first grades came in. Everywhere I had a 6, so the worst grade, because I didn't know Swabian wasn't German. So that can be a problem. Hey, Harley's Corner. Thanks for being here. Irish Dublin girl. Last time I was in Germany, I just pointed at what I want. LOL. I have to admit, when I was in Berlin, they have even other words for stuff, and I had to do it in a bakery too because they just didn't know what I wanted. So it's a thing we Germans do also. Rob's light. Really? I mean, at least what you're typing, I don't think I've heard you yet speaking. At least not that I could recall it right on the spot. But I know what you're typing. I know what you're saying. a tiny captain. Yeah, I think that can be actually a problem because Dutch is similar to German, but only if the Dutch people talk really, really slow, then I can kind of get behind what they're saying. Oh, really, Archangelus Lunai? Where are you from? I'm from Winnenden originally, but I moved to Heilbronn, or near Heilbronn. It's a shitty city, but I met my boyfriend here, so I figured I just stay. I just never went back home. Irish Dublin girl. I think so too. I don't know. We had in my teens a lot of experiences with death. Just I think 2 weeks ago was the 12-year anniversary of the school shooting in my neighbor's school. I had lost a few friends there, and so we always talked about stuff like this, not in a negative way, but it was just kind of part of growing up for us. And I think so too. I don't want it like we have in the Western world, this sad thing where people wear black and just cry. I want a party. I want the people then to celebrate my life like they do in other cultures. I think there are many ways to handle those things, and it is part of life. It is sad, don't get me wrong, but you can, I don't know, I think you can just be not as serious, if that makes sense. You're from Besigheim. That's not even far away. Oh my god. We have to drink a beer at some point though, when we're allowed to go out and have the parties. We in Germany, I don't know how it's called in English, but we have things called Hockete, especially in Swabia, where you just go there to a barbecue, buy some beer, talk with the people. Like every little village has one. It's amazing. Bye, Adam. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, and I wish her to get well soon. Hope she's doing good. Hi, the Kiwizo. Thanks for being here. I want to have my wake next year. Wake? I'm not sure if I get what you're saying. Tusk, you speak so many different... Oh my god. I think Kevin, was it Kevin? Or was it you? Someone, because I mentioned once that I don't understand what Dell says. And they told me I should just slow the video down, and it actually works. Because he speaks English, but the pronunciation is so different to the English I know. I just need a little bit more time to think about how I would pronounce the word, and it actually works. I kind of understand what he's talking about. Oh, really, Shane? Oh yeah, that's too bad. We have tickets for a festival in June or July, I'm not entirely sure. It's in the north of Germany. I think we would drive around 6 to 7 hours. And it's amazing. It's so cool. It's a whole week. And I never want to go to another festival again. Ever. It's the only thing. I just love it so much. Ah, a wake is after a funeral. Okay, now I get it. Yeah, we call it, when we go eat after a funeral, we call it Leichenschmaus. Like a corpse. Oh, I have to Google it. Give me a second. A funeral feast, says Google. It's a little bit weird, I know, but that's how I was raised. I'm sorry. Absolutely. I'm down for wine, Archangelus Lanai. I'm down for just drinking, basically. English can be understood in many accents if the listener can really stop listening. Okay, Robert White. Yeah, but I mean, a listener stop listening is pretty hard in itself. Especially me, I am always, when I have just one ear at another conversation, I always try to figure out what are they saying. I just cannot stop. It's so horrible. And that's what I think that was my problem with listening to Dell, because I was so confident in my ability to understand and speak English that I was like, he can't speak English. I know English. That's not English. But actually it worked to just slow it down. And the closed captions are getting way better in the last few months, because it's not as weird anymore, which is sad. It was a lot of fun, just the closed captions for various YouTubers who are not native speakers or whose dialect is so far from the normal English. It's just so fun how the AI tries to figure out what's happening. Yeah, the whole dialect thing, we have talked about it quite a few times now. I had this conversation with Conspiracy Cats too, but I didn't know that German was an artificial language, for example, because English isn't. And I know we have kind of similar origins, but in German, or in Germany back then, you have Swabia, you have Bavaria, you have the Saxon, you have the Franken, I don't know how they're called in English, and they have had all their different languages. And after Martin Luther translated the Bible, kind of people agreed to say, okay, that's German now. And then they made up those rules for the grammar and stuff. So that is how German kind of came up. And I think it's pretty weird. But if you think about it as a German, it makes sense, because no one speaks the German you learn in school. We call it the writing. We call it writing German and the spoken German. And say legal? No, not the French. The French are different people. The Franken is, it's kind of a region now, but it was a whole population before everything was under the umbrella Germany, kind of. From Nimrod, I'm Irish, if you didn't know that already. I knew. But even I have big problems with some Irish dialects, and I can speak Swedish too, and the Skane accent in the south of Sweden is impossible. I think so too. I have also problems with some dialects in Germany, but most of the time other people have problems understanding my German. Oh, hi, Lick. Yeah, casual German is so awesome, because there's not one casual German. There's just people trying to understand each other in Germany. Uwe Kloser, but what cats say about Shakespeare, who has invented a lot of English words and phrases. That's true, but the English language came from the Old English and kind of morphed into what it is today. But the German is completely made up. But yes, Shakespeare, I knew that Shakespeare invented a lot of stuff. Oh, Sabigo. Yeah, that's actually possible that it's from the same people. Huh. I actually never thought about that. Weird. Excellent. Really? 15 to 30 euros for a bottle of wine? I knew that in Norway, I'm not sure, maybe it was the whole Scandinavian countries, but I knew that especially in Norway, things are way more expensive. But I was told you earn basically more money, so the ratio to what you earn and what you have to pay would be similar. Is that true? Last year. Oh, Romanian. That's cool. I've read that the real Latin, not the Latin that people of the modern days agreed to, the real Latin they spoke 2000 years ago would be now similar to Romania. I think it was that. I'm not entirely sure now that I said it. Alcohol is very taxed in Scandinavia. Yes, I heard that. Even cigarettes, I think. Okay, but the German taxes on cigarettes are going up. But I mean, I stopped smoking, oh god, almost 3 years ago now. So I don't really care anymore. So it is expensive in Norway. Wow, that's wild. I mean, in Germany, they wouldn't be able to do this because, especially in the south, in Baden-Württemberg and Bavaria, it's kind of like bread. We call it liquid bread, so it's part of our culture. There would be no way in taking that away from the people. It's like taking away water. Really? Say Boligo. Wine anywhere from £5 to £25 a bottle, depending what you want, or 300 if you want champagne. Okay. I have to say, I never tried champagne. Not even once. Because I don't like, for example, like Prosecco. I like beer, I like wine, and I like whiskey. But those, like champagne and I don't know how it's called, like the Prosecco stuff, I don't like it. It doesn't taste good. On every wedding we go to, you get this bottle of Prosecco or the glass of Prosecco. And I don't like it. I never finish the glass. It's just like, yeah, cheers. And then I put it away because I can't. I don't like it. Uwe Kloser, why? I mean, Katz wasn't telling much about the English language. He's basically just there to learn German, so we're not much talking about English. We talk in English to explain German most of the time. Yeah, Lick H, that's actually true. We have still the champagne tax, or the tax on champagne, which was used for the Marine in World War I. But I mean, we have on women's hygiene products still luxury tax. It doesn't make any sense. We've still also some weird old laws that just no one ever kind of deleted from the stuff. Because in Hessen, for example, technically the death penalty is still a thing. Of course, it gets overruled with the German constitution. But technically there, this law still exists. It's weird. We just never fixed the old things. Yeah, excellent. We have really thousands of breweries. It is our culture. It is like like I said, it's bread. We call it liquid bread. We call it also like 7 beers also is like a schnitzel. And yeah, we love our beer. Uwe Kloser. I have to say, I didn't know it either. I think Georg Hannes, was it? He commented it. And I was on it to say, no, you're wrong. But I Googled it before. And what a surprise, he was right. And I was so baffled. But in hindsight, I mean, it's kind of, it makes sense. Yeah, but first, I can't believe that you in America have more breweries. But first of all, your beer isn't very tasty. I'm sorry. And also, your country is so much bigger. I've read once compared to the size and the amount of breweries, we have more in Germany. But I'm not sure if that's still a fact. So, oh, hi, Chris Darnham. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. Really? Germans are the largest ethnicity in the USA. A few days ago, I stumbled upon this website, How Many of Me, where you can put in your first and last name and look up if there is a possibility or a probability of people in Germany, in the US with the same name. And according to that thing, there could be a family with my mom's, my sisters, both of my sisters, and my name. I mean, it would be cool if we have a twin family kind of. Okay, Tusk. Question time. Would you rather never be able to feel physical pain or never feel love again? Never feel physical pain. What's that of? That is not a hard question. I have physical pain every day of my life. I would 100% get off that. I mean, you have to be cautious. If there is a condition where people can't feel pain, and they have to be so cautious when they, I don't know, fell or stuff, because they just cannot feel when they break bones or have internal bleedings. But that decision would be easy. X large, I will be the judge if you in Norway make good beer. But you're not as far from Germany, so maybe you've learned one or two things. I'm joking. Do you guys have any other questions? Oh, yeah, Budweiser. Budweiser is good beer, but craft beer, we had in one store in here in Germany, I think it was in Lidl, we had some American beer, and the ones we got, oh, it was so disgusting. I'm sorry, I don't know if it was authentic American beer. It could have been just a German gimmick to sell beer, but it was so bad. Oh, very poetic. It's me, Mario. A loveless life must be painful. That is true. Beautiful. Learn to love the pain. From Matt Force. That's what this guy doing life in prison for murder told my buddy who was there for a couple months law. Yeah, but physical pain, I don't know if you can love that. I mean, I learned to live with it. I learned to just still have a life and not just stop everything because of the pain, but love. I have family in Bayern and I have tasted German beer. X large. Then what did you think about German beer? I think especially Bavarian beer is so good. We have in Stuttgart, we have beer, but the Stuttgarter Hofbräu is not very good. It's cheap, that's why people mostly drink it, but it's not the best beer, I have to admit. Guess go down, go boom boom. Do you like Epiccorn? It depends. I'm not the biggest fan. Oh, Colon asked. Question, Bitburger or Warsteiner? Dortmunder. I've drank Dortmunder beer, but it wasn't that bad, I have to say. But then I think I would drink Warsteiner. But the best beer, or one of the best beers, was Augustiner, Chiemseer, and Tegernseer. It's all Bavarian beer, but they're so good. They know how to make beer. Yeah, Matt Force. I think so. It was the emotional pain. But even that, to love it, I don't know. But I think it's more like a philosophical way of looking to it. Especially when you experience your own shit, there is, for you in that position, just one way to do it. There are 1,000 others, but there has to be one that works for you. And I think there's no right or wrong in that sense. Rob Slide. Yeah, please, no inappropriate questions. That's good to hear, X Large. Yeah, German beer. I love our beer. I know. Is it in England that they drink warm beer? Oh, that's horrible. Horrible. Warm beer. That's why you have to drink fast. Okay, Tusk again. Okay, would you take the ability to fly if you had to walk on all fours when you were on the ground? Yeah, I think I would fly. I think so. Weird question, but I like it. I like it. So let me just catch up a little with the chat. I think it's what kind of show? What did I miss? YouTube search in general. What did I miss? Because have you any shows? Because when you think about my only thing in life I am doing at the moment is YouTube, I need some good shows. I'm waiting for The Witcher, the second season. Oh, I love The Witcher. I mean, I love Henry Cavill. Is he called Cavill? Cavill? I've heard so many. And we Germans aren't very good in picking up the right pronunciation. Gal Gadot is in German called Gal Gadot. Horrible. Naruto is called Naruto, which is so far, the pronunciation in Germany is so horrible. Oh, really, Dora? Let me just... Yeah, I think it's the... Oh, let me just... Maybe I can fix it a little. Is it better? Oh, yeah, I can see it. Yeah, it's the new webcam. Just got it in the mail yesterday. Let me try to figure that out. If that's not better, then it is what it is. But thank you so much. It really helps. The Man in the High Castle. Yeah, my best friend told me about it. I started it, but I didn't finish it, I have to admit. Yeah. Nimrod, warm ale. It's a different thing totally, but it's not warm. Okay, then I take it back. Amazon TV? Rob Slide, really? Superman and Lois show. I might look into it. Thank you. Really, Irish Dublin Girl. I loved it. Maybe I'm biased because I love this actor. He's so hot. I would watch anything when he would be in it. Let's be real here. But I mean, I like the game. I know it's based on the books originally, the game and the film. Yeah, the German in me, the movie. But I love The Witcher. Yeah, Robert White. Yeah. Cheers to that. I loved it. Raised by the Wolves. I actually heard about it. Let me just write that down because I forget everything. Believe me, I forget everything. What I have thought about, I will do this in my videos, and next time I film I do this. I never did anything because I just remembered when I finished filming and when I took off the makeup. And you know, I couldn't be bothered to take it on again just to film a little bit. I have to write down everything. So okay. So say we go. I will. Okay, I just take a screenshot. I can't be bothered to write that down. Yes, I've watched Lucifer. It was awesome, I think, but I didn't finish the last season, but I think the first two. I was at Comic-Con when, right before, no, it was right after the first season. There was the first or the second Comic-Con in Germany ever. It was amazing. Irish Dublin Girl, yes, I think so too. But I mean, my boyfriend, he never played the game and he kind of got into it a little bit, but he is waiting on it for sure. Yeah, Good Omens was awesome. I really liked it. I think it was great because it was on Amazon, Good Omens, and there was I think it was Mormon group in America. They started a whole change.org to take it down because it's blasphemic and stuff. And they sent it to Netflix, but it wasn't even on Netflix. Just because of that article, I started watching it, and it was totally worth it. The Expanse. Never heard of it. I'll write that down. I just cannot write. I hope I can read that. New beer. Do you think it's a problem on YouTube to drink out of the bottle? I've heard that people's streams got nuked when they drink out of the bottle. Oh my god, The Expanse is the best. I will look into it, I promise. Met Spike from Buffy. Last Comic-Con I went to, I met Spike from Buffy. Really? That's so cool. When I was at Comic-Con, there was one of the angels from Supernatural. And I'm such a Supernatural fan. That's such a good series. Oh, really? It was because it made hell not look bad, Irish Dublin Girl. That's cool. I just saw the headline of it and was like, I have to watch it. When religious people hate it, I have to watch it. Would you rather have a cat that hated you for the rest of your life or to carry a giant pickle everywhere you went? What? I mean, cats always try to kill you, right? So I would pick the cat. It's awesome. If you American Gods, I started it, but I had problems with my Amazon subscription and wasn't able to look into it more. But I think I fixed it. They must have fixed it because I could order stuff and it would come within a day. So I think, but I will look into it. Yeah, Robert White, that's kind of a thing. I have to say, I'm always, when there's a big hype about anything, I'm always like, no, I'm not watching it. I don't know why. It's like, I don't know, leftovers from my puberty. When the whole Twilight hype was. Even with Lord of the Rings, I was like, no, when everyone's freaking out, I'm not doing it because I'm different. I don't know. And I always hop on the train when it's long gone. And then I love the movie and I cannot talk to anyone about it because it's long gone. So I try to change it. Yeah, you're right. It's too little foam. But it's just a Heineken, so next beer, I promise, next beer I try to put up a real crown. Is it called in English a crown too? In German it's a Schaumkrone, a foam crown. Oh, Metaphors Sci-Fi Channel cancelled the show and then Jeff Bezos saved it. It was cancelled up to 3 seasons. Then Amazon bought it and now it has squares and boobs law. Really? That's great. I mean, cheers to that. That's why I liked Spartacus, the series. It was just amazing. I mean, there were blood, there were alcohol, there was sex. What more do you need in a movie series? Or movie series? What am I talking about? A TV series. So it's not a crown. No, I like crown better. I might still just say crown. A foam hat. Schaumkopf. That doesn't feel right. Oh, hey, Mr. 42. Yeah, who cares about Heineken? But I actually do. I really like Heineken. I really like it. Blue Velvet. Hi again. Oh, hi, Omen. Yes, we were celebrating 500 just a week ago. And I don't know what happened. There's so many people. And there are 35, 36 people in the live stream. That's amazing. I really have to figure out something with my computer mouse. It's so loud. It's because it's that kind of mouse. It's called a Oyster mouse. It's so I can use it with the right and the left hand, and it's so loud. You can hear it in the video for tomorrow. It's so loud every time I click something. I wasn't aware of that. I have to figure out something. Yeah, Theo Fungi. Yeah, I absolutely have. Maybe Irish Dublin Girl. No, I think it's just here on the stream if you're talking about me. I don't know. When I put up another window and refresh it, then there it is. So Heineken is liked worldwide because it's an almost tasteless lager. Tiny Captain, I have to disagree. I mean, it's not too much of a beer taste. It's like a good beer you can drink every now and then. I like it, for example, in the summer when it's so hot. I don't like that heavy taste of beer. That's why we drink Radler. In Germany, we love our Radler. It's with kind of, we call it sweet soda. It's It's very good. Will I have any subscribe? Oh, Oldman, really? I mean, I had a subscriber on my channel even before I uploaded anything. I suspect my mom, but I'm not sure. Who's your favorite German character in the movies, and which is your least favorite? Of which movie? Do you mean Tusk? My favorite German character. I mean, the first actor who portrays Germans in American movies is Christoph Waltz. I mean, he's actually Austrian, but it's basically German, so we have a lot of good people, good actors, but I can't remember their names. Old crafty, and I suspected my programming skills will take a nosedive when I go back to what I was doing. Why? Yeah, Christoph. Is it Christopher or Christoph? I can't remember, but I love him. He's such a great actor. I loved him in Django Unchained. This sarcastic, weird, funny role he was playing is so perfect. Yeah, the Snark, I just said it, he's Austrian, but it is basically the same. He's almost German. I really, really love him. He's a great actor. Over the top characters or caricatures, I actually just right on the spot, I don't know. Hans Gruber, yeah, I know him, but I'm actually not that into those things. When it's about many German stuff, I'm just always like, I'm out. But I'm also, there's so many movies that people view as, you have to, it's our culture. I never watched them. I never watched Star Wars. I never watched Star Trek. I never watched The Never-Ending Story. There's so many movies I just never watched because I just can't be bothered. And I just admitted it because of the beer. I tell you that. It's a well-hidden secret. Ah, Mads Mikkelsen. Yeah. Did you guys watch the Netflix show Dark? Because I was so, in the beginning, I was like, oh, I never, because it's German. But it was such a great, oh god, did I offend anyone with my list of movies I never watched? I'm sorry! Yeah, the story just never ends, so I can always hop on the train. Yeah, because they're now so old that when I watch them now, it feels like a parody. You know what I mean? Now we have the special effects and the CGI. But when I watch the movies, it's, I don't know, it's weird. Oh yeah, Irish Dublin Girl, Heath Ledger, he was so great. I loved his movies so much. And I think he's actually his birthday is at the same day with like my big sister's, on the 4th of April, I think. Oh yeah, Michael Fassbender. That's true. I watched Rick and Morty, but I have to say people made it this huge big thing on, oh my god, when you love science you have to watch it. No. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but I had so high expectations of the stuff people said about it, and it just wasn't as good, I think. Really, Dora? I don't think so. I mean, there is the place when you have a shit script and a shit story, You can have all the CGI and special effects in the world, it still will be a shit movie, of course. But I think when we just yesterday wanted to watch a film, and I can't remember the title, but there was something like in old Greek or something in the mythology, and there was this giant in the background. It was a movie from the 60s, and it was so ridiculous. It looks to me like a parody today. And when I don't know the movies from, for example, my childhood, there is this emotional connection missing. When I watch, for example, Mary Poppins, it's such an amazing movie because I have, like the nostalgia is playing into it. But when I never watch the movie, like for example Star Wars, when I watch it now, the old ones, I look at it and it's like, you know what I mean? Not even the story, but it's not an as pleasant experience for me. And especially with Star Wars, I've never watched even one movie. And now there are, I don't know, are there 7 movies, 5 movies? There's so many. And before you watch it, you have to decide, what do I watch it in the chronological order, like when they came out, or in the order where the story lines up? And then you have an old movie, a new movie, an old movie, a new movie. And I was always like, then I don't care enough to think about all that. When I want to watch a movie, I want to watch a movie. And I don't know, it's weird. I don't want to watch a movie series when I have to, I don't know, write an essay where I can reason with which movie I start and which movie I end. I don't know, I'm maybe weird with all of this. I know I'm weird, so could be a me problem. Yeah, Dora, but as I said, I actually can't be bothered, and I really like the newer movies with CGI and the whole good special effects. Of course, there has to be a good story. There's no debate about that, but when you have a bad story and bad special effects, and a bad story and good special effects, I would rather look at the bad movie with a good special effects. You know, it's just a more pleasant time to watch. At least for me. I mean, everyone is different. Of course, there's no right or wrong. That's just my experience. When I don't have the emotional connection to an old movie, I think I just don't care enough. But there are also movies I watched when I was a kid. And let me just look at it. There was a movie with a, I don't know, dragon or something. It is in German, Elliot das Schmunzelmonster. But I don't know how it's called in English. Like Elliot the Dragon or something like this. Original title. Pete's Dragon. Do you know the movie Pete's Dragon? Yes. Hi, Surf. I loved it so much. Oh, bye, Nimrod. Thank you so much for being here. I loved it so much, but I watched it again because my boyfriend never seen it. And I showed it to him and I was like, oh, what's happening? Because the boy can't sing. It was so hard to listen to. And it just shattered this bubble where I put my childhood in. It was so weird to watch. It really hurt my ears. But I mean, that's the nostalgia part. You make it a movie where you think when you were a child, oh, it's so perfect and we're singing so good. And now you have another Hi, YouTube search in general. Yeah, the nervousness is gone completely. Thanks to you, and thanks to you. Hey, CB, I'm the same. I'm so rarely on TV, I almost never watch. Not at all. But I am almost only on YouTube. And when I don't have something to watch on YouTube, I just make a YouTube video, basically. That's what I do the whole day. I watch YouTube or I do for YouTube. Yes, colon, give me a second. I replied. So, Rob's Light, Pete's Dragon was cool as long as it is the original, not the remake. I think I watched the original from the 1978, I think. I think that's what I watched, at least. Yeah, Netflix is awesome. But some... Oh, hi Charlie Welch, welcome. Thanks for being here. Is that I had my second AstraZeneca dose yesterday, so I'm in... Oh, congratulations, old man. I really wish... My mom had the AstraZeneca too. But the first one, I hope she's getting the second one soon. I spent years trying to find a cartoon I loved as a kid. The animation was amazing, but I could never find it. I did eventually, and it was absolute crap. My child brain filled the gaps. Yeah, Tusk, absolutely. That's the same I had. I was... So many times I was talking to my boyfriend and said, hey, did you see this? Let me show you. And I was talking with so high expectations, and we watched it, and we both sat there like this, because he had high expectations because of me, and I thought it would be way better, but it wasn't. Give me a second. So, I use VPN because I can watch a lot more stuff on Netflix that's available. Yeah, in the US, there's so much more not available, but in German Netflix too, but I don't think as much. But what do I know? I'm not that often, so you can announce it now if you wish. I will. So, I was invited, all of you, if you're interested, at 8 p.m. UTC of a new show, QED show, on the EIE network. So if you're interested, I will be there tonight, again, 8 p.m. UTC. And it would be cool if you guys want to be there too. I will be there. Cheesy will be there. And I don't know. Let's see. I'm excited. Thank you so much, Cologne, for inviting me. So Canada has way less than the US for viewing shows. Really? I mean, I don't have a VPN yet. Until I get sponsored. No, I'm joking. But I should have. I think when we moved and have figured stuff out, then I will have a VPN too. Old man, well, apologies, but I have to go and get on, otherwise I'm never going to get finished. Okay, bye, old man. Thanks for being here. Thank you so much. So... I don't know what I just read, but I will just gloss over it for a second. But yeah, there's so many good shows from the past, but I just figured you always have to think about, was it really like that? And do I want to take the risk of destroying the bubble I lived in my whole life? Because I should have decided not to watch Pete's Dragon, because it's destroyed so much of my childhood. Oh, hi, Blue Marble Science. Oh my god, that's amazing you are here. Thank you so much. Yeah, there's so many shows, but it's totally awesome. In German, he says something like, "Oh, just say it, man. They pissed on you. You were initiated." Yeah, Robert White. I had it just. I think it was yesterday. It was on a weird German ad on YouTube. The problem is the ad was in German. It was dubbed with subtitles. Don't ask me why. It was weird. And the things they said and the subtitles didn't match. And not just one or two words. It was like when you listened and read, it was kind of two different conversations. And that's why I hate the dubbed versions of anything. When I watch alone, every movie, every TV show, I never watch it in German. I always watch it in English. Because it's at times very weird. Yeah, German beers. I mean, that's a lie. I drink Dutch beer, but I love German beer also, so cheers. Yes, right? The German dubs, they always try to translate it with a... it's basically the same, but at times it's not the same. And it's horrible because at times when, as I told you, my boyfriend tries to learn English for me and you guys, and we watch, for example, Harry Potter, because he knows the movies basically just out of the brain, and we watch them in English with subtitles in German. And I'm always so amazed by what bullshit they translated it. Even when you would watch a film in German and then in English, or the other way around, it's so different what the people are saying. Even the most famous lines some characters say are in German completely different. Yeah, Blue Marble Science voice is so, I don't know, calming. To me at least, I don't know. Yeah, X Large. That's true. I mean, the German dubbing is pretty good compared to other countries. But the words they use to translate, I think they do it because to translate it correctly, it wouldn't match to the movement of the mouth of the actors. So I think they translated that the sense behind the words is the same, but it matches the mouth and the length of the sentences, because it wouldn't make sense in German. Most of the sentences, when you translate it word for word, would be much longer when it's the same sense. So they have to shorten it down because it wouldn't match when you dub it. But it's still hard to watch when you know what they're actually talking about. Oh yeah, Kölsch is... it's a special beer. I think I drank it once. Because it's a sin in Swabia to drink a beer that's not... Okay, yeah, but Heineken, we love Heineken, okay? We have a German rapper. He made a song called Joints and Heineken. You can think about what he sang about or rapped about. So we connect Heineken most of the time to joints. Yeah, Theo Fungi, that's true. No better place to learn English than in here with these good people. That is true. But I think for especially my boyfriend, he wants to have a little base of English when he, I don't know, hops into the chat. But he will eventually. I mean, last stream he said hello. That was a big step for him because he's always like, oh no, they are there because of you and because of me, and he's getting there. Yeah, Georg Hannes. Which Kölsch? Which alt? There are more than 300 different types, and I actually think I don't know one of them, really. Really, Robert White. I saw a comedy sketch where the foreigners spoke perfect English but had subtitles, and the English person couldn't be understood and had none. Yeah, that's weird. I think it's always so weird in the German dubbed versions when there are Americans and English people talking together, because dubbed it just doesn't make any sense because they're then both just speaking German. But the English people, they always just have a little posh, yeah, they just express themselves as more posh, which is weird because sometimes the role is a drug dealer and they talk so weird, and that's the way they try to tell people that it's an English one. It's a horrible thing, but I mean, what can you do? There's so many people in Germany that don't know English. I mean, most do. English is, you have to have English in school. There's no way around it. You can be bad in English in school, but there's no way around it, basically. Yeah, Dora, actually, but the problem is then when there is a Swiss character, you wouldn't know. And for most people, the English dialect sounds more posh, like, James, could you bring please a cup of tea? You know what I mean? That's at least how we make fun of it. And the American accent sounds more casual, and that's how they try to translate it into German. But many people don't get it, because if you don't know English at all, for example, my stepdad, he never had English in school. Yes, he's that old. And he has just no idea. It's hard. But also it's weird that we have so many great movies in Germany, but instead of translating them and dubbing them to America, Americans always buy the rights to the movie so they can do it themselves. It's so weird for me as a German. Yeah, Blue Marble Science, that is true. That is true for most of Germany. Every little city has basically a brewery. Okay. Oh, we're live for almost an hour and a half. That's amazing. Didn't feel like it. Oh yeah, Die Welle is such a great movie. We were talking, I don't know which stream, was it with STST or Mr. Sensible? I can't remember, but we talked about it. Die Welle is one of the best German movies. Hands down, absolutely. But we have so many, even now on Netflix. Dark, for example, I was talking about it. Dark is such a great show. The first ever Netflix show only in English. It is in German. It's produced in Germany. It's by Germans. It's in German. And I was at first like, German stuff, but it's such a great show. I have some kind of reading problem, so I can't enjoy subtitle movies. I feel like I'm missing out on so much. No, I don't think so. I have the problem with subtitles that I can't stop reading them. Even when I understand what's happening in the movie, when there are subtitles, when there's changes in the visuals for me, I have to look at it. So I cannot enjoy them too, because I always look at the titles. I cannot just enjoy the movie and ignore the subtitles. It's so weird. Really, Irish Dublin Girl, the microbreweries, really, I think in Germany the beer market boomed because people just drink at home. I hope, at least that's what we're doing. But the thing that shall not be named had such a big toll on so many people, on so many, I don't know, institutions. Everything has been so hard lately. Oh, hi Elizabeth, how are you doing? Thanks for being here. It's weird what's happening the last times. I mean, in the day now, I really wouldn't want to be a politician. You're such a target for everyone. I mean, politicians never can do anything right, but right now the conspiracy theorists and all of them, they're so hard on other people. It's really hard to watch at some points. I mean, you've seen, hopefully, the video about Attila Hildmann. He's such a scumbag. I mean, the last few days I never looked into it because I couldn't handle this much hate. But the whole virus thing radicalized basically half of the population. It's horrible. Titles often used over people with strong accents. Yeah, but there's so many people reading too slow. My boyfriend, for example, as I said, he is dyslexic, and he watches the Japanese anime with German subtitles, and he uses it basically to train his reading because he wants to read then, and I think it's good. There's nothing bad in reading slow or anything. I mean, some people can read fast, some people drive bad. Oh my god, that's I don't know. I think it's horrible because there's so many people with the same problems, and society, I hate this expression, but at times it just fits. But society makes it out to be such a problem. People that have struggled to read or to remember how to write certain words have such a struggle because everyone makes them out to be stupid. And that's not the case. You can be the most intelligent person on earth and just have struggled to read fast. Oh my god. And I've experienced it, not myself, but when I was in school, there were people in my class. They had big problems, and everyone said, "Oh, you're stupid, huh?" And I mean, even teachers, and that's the worst thing. But I'm glad when you think about how far we've come. Of course, colon. Absolutely. You helped me so much, guys. Just so you know, the pre-roll screen, later the credit screen, it's all by Colon. He helped me so much with Streamlabs and stuff. So thanks to you. I am really excited to be there later. Thank you for inviting me. But I almost never read novels or anything like that. When I read books, but for example, I hate like these love stories and stuff. I cannot stand them. But I really enjoy, oh God, I forgot. I really enjoy science books. I read the one Lifespan from Professor David Sinclair. I can so hard recommend it. Such a great book. If you're interested in genetics and the possibility of getting 120 years old, not fiction, it's science, not science fiction, just science. It's so good. If you're interested, please go and read the book. He's amazing. I didn't fit in the system and didn't graduate high school. Oh, really? My boyfriend, he has what we call it the Hauptschulabschluss. It's basically he graduated from the, that sounds so horrible, but the lowest graduating school you can, just because of his dyslexia. And that's horrible, because he's not stupid. Not at all. He struggles just with certain directions, with certain topics. I mean, I was pretty bad in school, but just because I didn't care. When I was younger, good grades weren't cool. And my friends were cool, so I wanted to be cool. And I just didn't care. And when I was older and said, hey, I want to go study, I want to go to college, I asked everyone and they said, no, your grades are too bad. And it just never gotten a chance to make it better. That's why I then basically started studying myself, because the school system just basically fucked me over. Let's be real. Canada, we have the system now too. Oh, really? Yeah, we have also the, when you go study, we have now the bachelor's degree, master's degree. And I think 5 years ago or something like that, we had a completely different, we had different diplomas and stuff. And it kind of broke our educating system, which is sad. Just because of you Americans. I'm joking. English is a second language. Everyone called the... Oh no, that's horrible. But yeah, kids are horrible. Kids are really weird. When I was in, what's it called, primary school, I got bullied. And when I was in the, I don't know, following school in 5th grade and stuff, and I think it was at 7th grade, then I started to be a bully, because I was so afraid of getting bullied again when I changed school. I had this one friend, she was one of the cool kids, and then I just partook in anything. Kids are horrible, and that can take a toll on so many different things in yourself. That is why I think it's so important to, I don't know, teach your kids compassion. I see my sister, yes, Jessie. My sister has so many things to look for in my nephew, and she does such a great job in explaining to him what's good and what's not, how to treat other people, to that it's not nothing bad to feel sad about, or to be, yeah, it's just nothing bad as a boy to cry, because all of us, I was raised to, boys don't cry. So we laughed in school at boys that cried, which is horrible, but we didn't know better. And I think we as adults now can change something. And I think that's the way people should think about it more, you know? Not just, oh, it was so bad back then, but what can you do? Oh yes, Dave, space comma. I hated primary school too. It was so horrible. And we were such a small city that when I went to the other schools, the whole people from primary school were there too. So that was pretty shitty. Hi, Microraptor. Micro? That's German. Microraptor. Hi, thanks for being here. Hey, Nimrod, welcome back. Thank you so much, Microraptor. Thank you. That's amazing. We hit the 600. So. Oh, Christian Ganilius, I think. You went to school in 2 different countries, 2 different languages. That must be so hard as a child. Really? Mikroraptor. That is completely German. Mikroraptor. Oh, NA. N/A. I I cheated so much. We had this one math teacher. She was, in hindsight, she was totally depressed. She was it was sad looking at her. But when you're 14 or 15 and you don't have to learn, you just take it. Every day she came into the classroom sitting there. Oh, guys, you don't know what happened today. My daughter, she's gotten her period, and my son, he has his first girlfriend, and we knew everything about her and her family. And she was always crying when we had those big tests where they compare the whole country at each other. We were sitting there writing. We didn't know what to write then. We just got up and... No, not math teacher. Maths. I'm German, leave me alone. But we just could stand up, go to another pupil's table, and just write it down what they wrote. And she was always like, oh no, you cannot do this. What's when they are wrong? And she just didn't care. And at some point she just never came back, and they told us that she was in a mental health hospital. When I think about it now, it was sad. But back then, when you're 14, 15, you just don't care. Which is horrible. I still feel bad for her. She was so cute. But our school was so shitty. I tell you that. I mean, math teacher sounds fun. Oh God. Chemistry classes at my school had some issues. One of my classmates was, oh God, pyromaniac. Every salt, every solution, every metal, he set it on fire to see what would happen. That sounds so scary. Our chemistry teacher he just didn't care. He was talking about German economy and politics. What did just happen? I think it was my alert box or something like that. But the teacher was so weird. He was talking about everything but chemistry. And in the end, the last 15 minutes, he was like, yeah, here, that's your homework, do it, bye. And the whole class had grades around 5 or 6. So the worst grades you could ever have. But even our nerds. So at some point he had to leave the school and had to go to a kind of retraining before he came back. And in our I don't know how it's called, in the end of the year where your grades are in, there were no grade for chemistry. There was just attended, like you were there, because everyone was so bad that they won't even give us some grades. That was weird. What, the real ones, not the German? Now I have to Google it. Give me a second. So yeah, Dora, you have to explain to me what the real ones are. I fireballed the new lab in the first month it was in use. We were doing solubility tests using cold water, boiling water, cold hexane, and hot hexane. You don't heat hexane directly. Oh! Their math teacher was a flat earth. Yeah. I've seen it. I was in the stream before. That was so weird. I mean, my boyfriend has a friend who is a flat earther. I didn't know. I mean, I think he knows why he never told me. And at some point he said, hey, when this guy is coming over, please shut the fuck up. And I was like, hey, what are you talking about? What do you think about me? And he was like, yeah, he's a flat earther. And no one told me. But I'm not allowed to have a discussion. I don't know. I mean, if he starts to talk to me about the shape of our Earth, I won't shut the fuck up. But I told him, I promised him that I wouldn't start a discussion. Big ball of orange fire expanding across the nice new ceiling. Oops. I mean, that's cool. That's the much better story than I have. The coolest thing happened in our school was in the soap dispensers a pupil once shit into. So that's the coolest story that happened with us, because we had, for I think over a year, we had no soap in the bathrooms because the director of the school, he didn't care. The toilet room or the bathroom basically was cleaned, I think, once a month, and that's it. So we called some officials to test our toilets, and they closed the toilets completely. We had to go to the next door school to go to the toilet when we're in school, because they completely banned everyone from going in there because it was a health hazard, basically. Yeah, ghetto school. Yeah, we had like these flyers we had to bring home and give our parents, where there's like the big headline was kind of, yeah, some kid shit into the soap dispensers. It was a pretty cool protest against not having soap, but the poor little boy who wanted to go there and test it if there was soap in it. Oh, it's still hard to think about. We had a cool kid with one of those cool 80s fringes down to his jawline, but because of school rules he had to oil and wrap it around his head to make it look like Shredback. Really? Ew. He bent over a little too far, a little too close to a lid band. Oh, No! That's horrible! Oh my god! I don't think we had any of those accidents when we were in school. I at least can't remember. I mean, I cannot remember most of the school time. I was high most of the time, I have to admit. Really? Monthly locker checks with cops and dogs? What kind of school you were going to? We were the ghetto school in our city, kind of. I mean, that we weren't really a ghetto school, but we were the worst school in the area. Tusk, what is wrong with you? I kinda love it. If you had to carry your pee around in your hands for a day, or your poo in an open box for a week, I would carry the pee around in a day. For a day, I mean that's no problem, right? Just a day doing this rather than stinky poo. How do you come up with those questions? Robert White Public. We didn't have any, but I mean, it's a small town where I come from. Like the biggest thing that happened was the school shooting, basically, and no one ever thought about that in such a small city something like this could happen. No one, even the nearest capital city, Stuttgart, there were people not knowing Winnenden was a thing before the shooting. So it's such a tiny city. I thought I had cool stories. Oh my god. Nitro benzene smells like marzipan. One of the boys noticed this, swiped the beaker of it, took a big sniff. Really? Oh god. Right, Christian Cornelius? I mean, I think we could be really good friends. I have a friend you would absolutely like. He always says some crazy things like this. I kind of love it. Rather like this than, I don't know, boring or something. I think it's so fun. Very drunk on the fumes. Everyone except me got a terrible hangover. I mean, we did a weird thing. Me and my friends, we kind of made each other basically black out. We would sit on the floor and breathing like this for, I don't know, 30 seconds, like almost hyperventilating. And then we would go up, hold our breath, and someone had to press against the chest, I think, and then you would just fell over, black out for a few seconds, and then you woke up. I don't know why. I think that's what we did instead of doing drugs. I mean, debatably, if that's better, I don't know. But yeah, that's weird stuff we did. We didn't have drugs in our city when I was young, at least not that I knew of. Thank God. Did you guys do anything like this? Like blacking each other out? Is it blacking out? I don't know. Unconscious, that's the word I was searching for. Yes, we made each other unconscious. And no, we didn't punch each other. I mean, I didn't know what they were doing when I was unconscious, but that's what we were doing. Pretty weird in hindsight. I've never thought about that. Really, that was a thing in the 1980s. Good to know. Irish Dublin girl. Not like that? Did you punch each other? But I think for us that was, I don't know, it was a weird feeling. We thought it was funny and cool, and someone always said, yeah, my mom's colleague's boyfriend's little daughter is a doctor and she said it's fine, and so we did it all the time. Christian Ganelius. Oh, I want some details. I think that's fun, but I understand why you won't. However, the teachers put a stop to it. They still used corporal punishment back then. Oh God, that's horrible. I'm sorry, Rob. Thank God that wasn't a thing. When I was in primary school, one teacher just slapped a pupil. I can remember that it was a big thing, and she was like, no, please don't tell anyone, blah blah blah. It was weird. Really, Tusk, we could cover our mouths and have a few people crush us until we passed out. Oh my God, that doesn't sound fun. That what we did was kind of fun. I mean, it's horrible to think about now that I'm an adult, but oh my God, crushing sounds so horrible. We would see who could drink the most before passing out. Okay, we did that too. We bought black vodka because there was something in it was like black, but when you drank it was purple. Oh, I threw up so many times because of it. Because of course I was not legal drinking age, so I was under 16, and it was, oh, I still have to gag when I smell it today. I have so bad associations with the smell. Growing up was such a weird time, I have to say. Nimrod, I was off getting high or drunk, so I never knew what things happened at school. Yeah, the last 2 years I was high most of the times, which could have been for the better. I don't know. I can't remember. I think I got the pedal every day just on the assumption that I must have done something to deserve it. Oh my God, Blue Marble Science, that's horrible. I'm so glad I went to school long after it was banned in Germany. But that's horrible. I remember my mom once made a teacher kind of stabbing his hand with a pen, because she was in a test and she had the pen like this and turned it around and did this basically, but behind. And my mom has pretty big locks, and he thought my mom would look to the other people and was cheating and wanted to pick her in the neck, and there was the pencil and just crushed through the hand. That's my mom's favorite story. Oh, hi Nico. Hey guys, the Nico here, Nico Guts, you can see in the chat, is one of our friends from Nuremberg. Hi, thank you so much for being here. That's amazing. Greetings to Nico. Greetings to Nico, oh my God. I think I need more beer. Greetings to Chris. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah, Irish Dublin girl, we had a lot of fun. My mom was also not the easiest kid. Guess I got it from her. If you Tusk, if you could never go to pub again unless you licked a walrus every day for a week, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would I lick a walrus? I mean, I would do it, I guess. Is it a clean walrus? I mean, never was. I mean, I was in pubs. We have a few Irish pubs here, but um, I don't know if it would mean that I wouldn't be allowed to drink my beer anywhere else. I would lick a walrus when it was clean. But when it's really just the pub and I can go anywhere else, fuck that walrus. Could lick someone else. Okay, Tusk, would you lick a walrus when you would never be allowed to drink beer? Oh, that's horrible. But we had those teachers too. Yes, Irish Dublinger. Tusk, is it possible that you need a little bit more alcohol? Or less? I don't know which one. That's what I thought. Thought you would lick a walrus either way. I mean, have walruses the same like excretion like these frogs? I mean, when I could get a trip out of licking a walrus, I'm in. I don't know, Tusk, have I just missed your questions in other streams before? Or is it something you just started doing? Because I kind of love it. I think you're the most entertaining part of my stream here. I just read the starting from Sebigo. Maybe someday you'll meet a lovely walrus and you and she'll get along really well and spend time together, and it'll just seem natural to start kissing each other, and then it'll progress to licking. Oh my god. Oh god. What did I just read? Oh, it is a new thing that you're trying. I mean, I kind of dig it. It's so fun. Please keep doing it. I was just asking. Maybe I just missed it. Oh god, I don't know if it's the beer or if it's you, but damn, it is fun here. Yeah, Blue Marble Science. It is. It's... You wouldn't understand. Did you ever heard about the expression licking a frog? It's basically this without the illegal trip. Oh really? That's so sweet, the Snark. We had a chemistry teacher called Pitya Molecule. I butchered it for sure. But it sounds so cute because he was so little. I had the whole, I think, last 2 years of my school days, the nickname Connie. Because two girlfriends and I, we were around the town basically and talking to some boys. And this one turned around and was like, "Are you Connie?" And I don't know why, but it just never went away. Oh god, Mr. 42. Yes, it is probably like brain freeze. Do you think I should share this story, Mr. 42? I'm not sure. But it was the most beautiful thing I have ever experienced. Hands down. Cats made my whole year. Oh, you know all about frog licking Blue Marble Science. I would have a conversation with you. I would die too. Yes, Mr. 42, it is from the moon. Because the moon is cooling. What did you read, the Snark? I'm not sure if I am a conversation ahead or not. I hope you cannot hear this, but I can hear the neighbor above me. No, above is up. What I'm talking about? I hear the neighbor downstairs because this part of the apartment here is just wood flooring. There's no concrete anywhere, and he's talking so loud on the phone. By YouTube search in general, thank you for being here. It was amazing. Have fun! Okay, Mr. 42. I'm sorry, guys. I cannot tell you the best story yet, but you will know. Yes, below. Thank you. I don't know what was wrong with my brain. Okay, Nico. That is good. Because he's talking so loud. I shouldn't have drank that much beer. That's what she said when she drank another one. Habakkuk. That's cute. I don't remember. We had one teacher, we called him Goebbels. Because he was... Oh my god, he was horrible. Okay, bye the Snark. Thanks for being here. I will also wrap up the stream soon. We've been streaming for 2 hours, and as you guys know, I will be with EIE Network. Is it how they're called? EIE Network, or it's just E Network? I've heard both, but I will be there at 8 p.m. UTC. Yeah, thank you, Colon. And I think we wrap it up now. I hope I will see you there. I actually don't quite know what's to be there on EIE Network then, but I'm in. It's a new show, and oh, okay, EIE is correct. Thank you so much. You know, the German in me, I'm not so sure always. Thank you, Tora. And thank you, all of you, for being here. Yes, Colon, I will check the DM as soon as I wrap it up here. Thank you all for being here. It was amazing, even though I was so scared and anxious when I started the stream, but you guys just are always so nice and supporting, and you make it so easy for me to try out those new things. I mean, it's my second stream ever on my channel, the first one to be completely on my own, and you guys made it very easy. I hope it wasn't as boring. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you hopefully soon. I will stream next week, I think on Thursday again. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.